Welcome everybody to Geeks Are Sexy TV show. I'm your host Michelle Roxy Davis, and we're in Las Vegas, live every Friday, 4 to 5 p.m. on WCOBM.TV. Every fourth Friday of the month, you're going to have Jason LeDuc, owner of Evil Genius Leadership, taking over Geeks Are Sexy. I wanted to welcome him to the Geek Squad. He's a part of the team, and he's going to be bringing topics to you about business skills, leadership, and more. So I wanted to welcome him to Geeks Are Sexy. Hey, Jason.
Well, it's always a pleasure to be here. Pleasure to be part of the team, coming on a semi-permanent, not quite full-time basis, but a pleasure to be here. I love being part of the team here, and I love being back in Las Vegas. So thank you so much for making me part of your team.
You're welcome. So on the show today, we are going to talk about taking care of yourself and emphasizing exercise, health, and nutrition. So here's an example. Do you have a boss like this at work? Hold on a second. Jason, how's it going? What's going on? The weather's terrible. Why did you wear a shirt like that? Did you cut your hair differently? It looks okay. What did you bring for lunch? Is that low fat? You need to go on a diet. Have you tried Jenny Craig?
I want to kill myself already.
What's wrong? I'm your boss. Tell me what's on your mind.
So you see what we have here is we have the exact opposite of the boss we described in the last segment, where you talked about that intrinsic and extrinsic motivation of the boss who has that one-size-fits-all attitude to be fired up and to try to get everyone fired up around them. What we have here today, and I love the voice you did, by the way. It was hilarious. We have a boss who is just dragging everyone down. And again, like we've talked about, what we always talk about is a lot of bosses who are doing this kind of thing, bear with them a little bit, be a little patient with them, because a lot of leaders don't understand. They don't think consciously about what those kinds of actions, their attitudes, and their actions, the impact that it has on their team. And this example is no different. And when I see a leader, or even someone who's on a team who's got this kind of down energy and is pulling people down around them, there could be a couple things in play, but mostly this is probably someone who has been working so hard and is so dedicated to trying to do a good job, which is a great thing, but they're so dedicated to trying to do the job and support the people around them that they're not taking care of themselves. And Michelle, as a fitness competitor and someone who's been involved in fitness your whole life, you understand how important it is to take care of yourselves, and there are a few different aspects to taking care of yourself. And so, Michelle, what do you think are probably the most important aspects of taking care of yourself so you can come in every morning as a leader, or every night as a leader if you're working the midnight shift? What do you have to do to take care of yourself to come in sharp, ready to help your people, take care of their needs, and support them so that they can get the job done?
First and foremost, get plenty of sleep. So that means going to bed at an appropriate hour the night before, waking up, having a healthy breakfast, and most importantly, doing some kind of meditation, having some sort of praise or emphasizing something that you're grateful for, coming in refreshed every single day with your best foot forward. To me, I feel like those would be things to emphasize on.
Yeah, sleep to me is the number one thing. When I meet someone who says, I just don't have any energy, I can't keep up with what's going on, I am dead all the time, I'm working so hard, I'm driving so hard. And a lot of people, we know people like this. You and I both know people like this who are eating great, exercising, an hour and a half to 2 hours a day plus, and drinking all the water. Water's a huge thing too that most people don't give enough, especially when you're out here in the desert. But they're just not getting enough sleep because they're trying to cram so much into their day.
I think it's from stress, from people not facing their demons on what's really pulling them down, and losing sleep out of it and thinking they're just going to go away. I find that it's a lot of whatever is going on in here that affects the body a lot of the times.
Absolutely. Sleep, and then having that daily practice, whether you use meditation. I got turned on to meditation about 3 years ago, and I love meditation. I've actually have not been great about doing it. I need to get back to it. But and that's the great thing about it is you can take a break from this. If things get really busy, you can take a week off, but get back to it and get back to that daily practice and build that daily practice up, because like you said, that will help clean out some of those demons. Even if you just do, one of the things that I got started with before I even got started with meditation was just taking a journal and writing down 3 things I'm grateful for. If you have to sit down and you force yourself to come up with 3 things you're grateful for before you walk out the door in the morning, it might take a while the first time. You might be writing things down like, well, I'm grateful that I actually woke up this morning. But we've all been there.
Right.
Some days that's all you can ask for. And it's really important to have that daily practice. And I can't emphasize enough that getting enough sleep and getting the right amount of sleep for you. You're going to go read a bunch of books. You're going to see motivational speakers who are going to say, you have to get your 8 hours of sleep at night. 8 hours of sleep doesn't really work for me. I actually feel a little more tired if I get 8.
Right.
I'm good for about 6.5 to 7.
And some people like afternoon naps, savasanas. You know, in some countries they actually close mid-afternoon just so people can take a little nap.
Siesta if that works for you. I do that quite frequently, where I'll take 15 minutes, just go sit in my favorite chair and close my eyes, and that's all I need to get through the rest of the day.
And I think for people who sit at their desk for long periods of time, they need to get up, they need to stretch, maybe go for a walk. And I will say pre-planning your lunch ahead of time, maybe packing something ahead of time and making sure you don't go out and eat out, because that will not be very good nutritionally wise, waste money, and having something prepared that you made yourself actually feels more gratifying in the end.
Intrinsic motivation.
I like that, yeah.
That's a great tie. So we've got another video to show you. This is our last video for today, and our last segment will just be us talking about some different things. But we've got one more video to show you today, and there's a lot of practical tips in that video. That video is going to show you some tips for eating right, but it's going to talk about a little exercise you can do to see how much sleep do you need, and to start to adopt that practice so you're doing what works for you and not what someone else tells you should do.
Right.
So check out this video. Always check us out at evilgeniusleadership.com. Find us on social media, Evil Genius Leadership Consultants. Go to our website. You can download all kinds of checklists and tools. They're all free that can help you start to develop your leadership style and build a plan for your career. Check out this video. Remember, the future is out there. Lead the way. As leaders, we're always working hard to take care of our team members. But are we taking care of ourselves? Welcome back. And congratulations on taking one more step towards becoming one of the great leaders of tomorrow. If all has gone well, I should be on vacation right now, relaxing and recharging. And that got me thinking about all the things we need to do to take care of ourselves. As leaders, we often spend a lot of time taking care of our team, making sure they've got the tools they need to do their job, and getting time to spend with their families. But a lot of times we forget that we need to take care of ourselves as well. The first area for us to consider when taking care of ourselves is our health. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle gives us more energy, keeps our minds sharp, and helps keep our stress levels in check. Regular exercise is probably the best way to maintain a healthy lifestyle. If you're not into running or working out, playing sports with your friends, hiking, biking, or anything that gets you moving is a great way to get some exercise. And it doesn't hurt to get outside and get some fresh air and some sunshine either. Healthy eating is another important pillar that helps us maintain our healthy lifestyle. There are just as many ways to eat healthy as there are ways to get exercise, so find some meals that suit your taste and enjoy. Don't forget to drink plenty of water too. And getting enough sleep is a critical factor, just like exercise and eating right. Not everyone is the same, so you may not need 8 hours, but figure out what your minimum is and find a routine that helps you get to bed at the hour that maximizes your peak performance. Some days the demands of being a leader will keep us from living our healthy lifestyle, but the important thing is we don't beat ourselves up about it, and to stay in top form, we get back to it as soon as possible. In addition to maintaining our health, taking time away from work is critical to maintaining our performance. Our creativity, cognitive processes, and decision-making all suffer if we aren't taking time to relax and recharge. Make sure you're taking your vacation time. There's no prize for the guy or girl who takes the least vacation days, and remember, you earned that time off. Sometimes we feel like our team might struggle if we're not there for them, or we might miss something important. But delegating appropriately and preparing our team before we leave can help them keep the place operating while we're gone. Just as important as taking vacations is to make sure we take a little time every day to decompress away from work. Building a little time into our schedule to free our minds will help us get rid of some stress and improve our thought processes. And the people who care about us will be glad to spend a little time with us as well. If you found this helpful, follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and don't forget to join us every Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Time for a live, interactive leadership discussion on Blab. Click off on that globe to the right, and that'll bring all of our content direct to your inbox by subscribing to our email list. I want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and remember, the future is out there. Lead the way.